ready to open up like the private MBC lobby to everybody. Again, we'll actually release like the wallet first to everybody. So we'll have just like an APK file um, ready to go for any headset. And at first, it'll have to be side loaded until we get all of our testing done and can figure out the exact criteria to actually have something like that listed on the Oculus store. Uh, Again, that's going to just be a little bit of digging as far as research goes, as I'm not exactly sure everything that Facebook allows to be listed. I have a pretty good idea that that'll be something that's on the fringes. Um, that being said, we'll have like the wallet, VR wallet out before we have the open lobby available to everybody. Sorry, I can rewind a little bit. There was just like a general question before everybody else started coming in. Somebody asked early on, like, "Hey, what's like a loose update on what y'all are actually doing right now?" So I was just kind of giving like a quick review. Um, but good evening, everybody. Welcome to our daily AMA. I'm happy to have you all here. Um, again, I'll go ahead and start over just because when I first started, there were a couple people in here, but all of it was good information. The question was, what's currently going on? What's some general updates you can give us? And that's probably one of the best ways to just kick off any AMA. My answer was we spent the last week just kind of fine tuning some brand awareness stuff, making sure our logo is matching across the board, trying to get different media available with our logo on it. That's banners, stickers, um, animated banners, animated stickers, as well as fine tuning the website, making sure all that was functional, working. And again, that the brand image is what's coming across strong and easy. That's what our focus has been always, of course, but we were kind of reorganizing, fine tuning that this past week, trying to get some better, higher quality videos out. We had used a whole lot of just anybody who would take us kind of YouTube videos whenever we first started out. And we wanted to make sure moving forward that the decisions that we're making are uh, the right value. We don't want to be throwing away any dollars on something that's not working. So we wanted to make sure that we're using uh, partners and influencers that we believe are selling the brand correctly and doing the job that we want done. We started out this week with a video that the team honestly wasn't thrilled about, but we had a really good follow up from there, and we feel good about the one that's going to be coming out later on this evening. Again, time will tell, but we're trying to work with, again, influencers that are going to support the brand and portray it the way that we need it to be portrayed. Right now, just having the name Meta in our just in our token name at all has led to a little bit of FUD. But we are a true Metaverse project, so there's a reason why that name is there, and in time we'll be able to prove ourselves um, to that effect, and I feel good about that. But that's what we had been focusing on, and then as well, I told everybody previously, and how I answered him just a moment ago, we shifted towards organizing and getting our NFTs to the finish line, and we feel really, really good about that internally. We have a loose schedule. We'll get more detailed information out to everybody as soon as possible, but just to give everybody a loose idea, we're looking about anywhere from 10 days to 2 weeks altogether, and before we have all that stuff out in front of everybody. NFTs in hand. Um, Again, not official, but we will get some official dates out here very shortly within the next couple of days. As soon as we get those NFTs out and rolling, getting some purchases rolling on those and bringing some capital in, the very next step for the team will be our staking. And as soon as we get the staking out, we will then immediately start to switch gears to our VR wallet. That's the steps that you can expect from us right now. All of relatively quickly. We might end up taking a little bit more time between the NFTs and the staking, just depending on a couple of factors, some of them being general market and what the market's looking like currently, and what our available capital is, and so on and so forth. So we'll release better, more detailed information as those things get closer. Our primary focus over the next week is definitely going to be on the NFTs. Starting next week, you're probably going to start to see a whole lot more promotional material from us. We'll probably start switching gears with our marketing a little bit, start to use promoters that generally promote NFT projects and have a heavy NFT following. We'll use that to try to bring in some fresh holders as well as uh, sell the products. Sorry, guys, I'm outside and a very loud vehicle just drove by. But we'll use that as an opportunity to sell the product that we're currently working on and as well introduce new people to our overall project. I think just as a general marketing tactic, it'll be good because A, we'll be needing to raise capital at the time, and B, we'll also, like I said, hopefully choose some influencers and partners that have an effective call directly on the NFT crowd. And hopefully some of these people are people that have not yet heard of us at all. And we're attracting brand new faces to the project. I think people, once they start paying attention and get involved just a little bit, they get hooked. You know, we've got a really good thing here. And as far as I'm aware, once people are able to actually get in the Discord, get involved with the community itself, everybody's pretty happy and they feel pretty secure about what we've got going on. And that's the way I want people to be. I'm also, I promise, today or tomorrow, I will be getting like a invite bot of some sort to help me do a better giveaway through the Discord. I'm happy with the giveaways I'm doing now. It's great to put money in people's hands. I'm always happy with that. But I am trying to work on a way of having the giveaway bot like make everybody do something. So if anybody has any suggestions there, please give them to me. I am more than willing to pay attention to that.
I got something on that. I'll get with you later.
Well, bro, I asked about it yesterday. Oh,
Why are you
well,
yelling at me?
anyways. I mean, yeah, I was like, for instance, the giveaway bot will come in handy once we already have the NFTs, because I will like to just give away some NFTs to the general community. That's awesome. But as of right now, the giveaway bot that I currently have, I've tried to figure out how to make it react, how to make the people react differently. You can't. It's not possible, or you probably could, but you'd probably have to go through the dashboard and like write a custom script for it. I can't. Anyways, but no, that's what everybody can expect to see from us in the immediate future, as far as just the next couple of weeks go. As well, you know, we have like some surprise marketing stuff that we'll be doing, as well as some different interactive events that we plan on having come out throughout that time span. But as far as just concrete information that I can deliver, that's about the best information that I have. Uh, and always there's some type of business stuff going on in the background too. And what I mean by that is, of course, we've always got like a marketing leg going, but we also have like an actual business side of things going. That's exchange listings. That's partnerships with different dexes, different projects, and stuff like that. So we're always pursuing that stuff, and that stuff's going on as far as just like general our project development. But we usually don't release or talk about any of that stuff until it's all like actually done, finished, and inked. And we are making progress in different aspects. No more information on that currently. Is there any other questions or anything that I can field from anyone? Or actually, before anybody else asks a question, Nick, just are we just going still on the information of like here in a little bit that video will be out? Tough question. That was silence. He's gone. he just abandoned me. All right. Is there any other questions that anybody else has?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, bud.
All right. So yeah, about 10 minutes ago, I wrote him. He responded, said that he was editing the thumbnail and it'll be live here soon.
Awesome. Okay, so that's good enough. That's
We expect the next 30 minutes, but I mean, give it like 2 hours. I mean, I have no idea. Another day. These guys, their timelines are absolutely crazy.
whoa, man, that was so negative. You just you took it to a negative place really quick. No, I've got faith. I watched his channel like today, and he was cranking out videos today. He was like,
Yeah,
"This is
he's been super cool. I would chalk this up to he got behind. I saw he did a live thing today. Maybe that wasn't planned yesterday, and it came up.
yeah,
I think that might have been what pushed him back because he did post later than normal. So
that makes
it
sense."
happens.
Anyways, all right, guys. Is there any other questions that anyone has? If somebody could, Empire's always coming with good questions, but all right. He didn't write anything yet. Um, I wish I did have more information for you guys on like the general staking aspects as far as what our pools are actually going to look like. We've talked about it every day though this week, so I think you guys know where I'm at. As soon as I get a little bit more information ironed out, I will start to inform everybody. Before I actually do that though, I really do want to do like the educational AMA. And I've actually been talking to a like an education crypto educator from a different server, and depending on how we work things out, we might try to like combine each other's servers for a special AMA event, specifically on staking and where the market is and how we got here with staking and the different options that are available and how those are facilitated. Just there's a lot's happened over the past couple of years, and there's a lot of information to digest, and even insiders don't have it all, don't know it all. In general, this entire industry is vast, and there's a lot of information every corner that you turn. So I thought it would be beneficial to the community as a whole, and possibly uh, get more involvement out of the product line itself if we did like an educational period on staking before we actually start to implement it itself. We'll go ahead and start to do community voting on what kind of pools we want and stuff like that, and start to iron out those details as soon as possible beforehand, with or without any educational stuff. But I still think it would be. I'm going to try really, really hard to make a strong push to get a couple good educational AMAs out there, specifically on staking, um, as we lead up to it. Again, hoping to get more involvement out of it and just good educational stuff for everybody who's involved. Sorry, I'm scanning through the chats real quick just to make sure I'm not missing anything.
Hey, I got a question actually.
Awesome. What's your question, sir?
When it comes to the NFTs, are the ones that we're going to go on sale to the public, is it going to be like a minting site? How is it going to be sold?
Ooh, fantastic question. So the the verdict was kind of out on this between the team. We have actually recently been talking about this. I will give my final answer on this within the next 24 hours. Me and Luca just need to have another chat and decide exactly what we want to do there. But yes, either way, there will be a minting site. Whether or not you receive these NFTs through a minting site will be a question that is left in the air for now. But we will give you that answer within the next 24 hours. I hope that doesn't confuse anybody anymore. Long story short, we'll have, in general, if you look on our roadmap, we'll have a minting site available for our community, and you'll be able to just mint your own individual NFTs from MBC, as well as we will be able to put out our NFT releases through that site. And initially, our first line will be BSC, so you'll just be purchasing it with Smart Chain. But from there, we can do different releases on different currencies and such and so forth, especially once we start to do our bridges and such. That being said, I just need to get with the team on some final details on what exactly we want to do, because more than likely, just to give like a explanation on the dev side of things, if I release a dApp that like specifically the contract would be written for you to purchase in MBC, and I don't want to allow the purchase of these NFTs in MBC, I wouldn't necessarily want to release that dApp.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
It does. And right now, we just got three questions.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You got it.
Do you want me to do it?
Go ahead. It's all
right.
you.
All right.
You got that soft voice.
I do. All right. So, what types of VR? So, Ice City BR says, what types of VR devices will we need to participate in everything? Empire is asking, when is the other dev going to be doxxed as he's just still an avatar? And Jack One says, did you ever contact EarnHub regarding reflections in MBC and also their partner staking pools?
Just to be up, I'll answer these in reverse order real quick because that's the last one spiked me the most. I have not contacted EarnHub. I will be doing that shortly. I will not be using their staking pools. Just pure honesty. If I was going to use another staking pool, currently the one that would be like the first in line for me would be Brew Labs. We already have relationships with these guys, and we also have relationships with other projects as well that are very well known that we could do staking pools with. That stuff's just still in negotiations. Now,
Sorry, what was the staking pool? I'm sorry, Chris. What was it? Not. I'm sorry.
Brew Labs.
Brew Labs.
Brew Labs. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Now. Argyle, who's Wargyle on the website, his name's Stephen Argyle Williamson. He's doxed. I just haven't updated the website. I apologize, guys. I will. In fact, I'll send him a message tonight to just go ahead and he can do that himself. He can just go and change his picture out real quick. But his name is Stephen Argyle Williamson. I'm sure if you just look on my social media stuff, you will see him. He looks like me, almost exactly like me. I have long hair and he has short hair, but other than that, we look like twins. We get asked if we're twins if we're in public together. It's highly embarrassing. I instead just say that he's like my partner, and it makes things a little bit easier. Now the first question was, again, can you repeat it? I'm sorry.
What kind of VR devices are we going to need?
Oh, fantastic. Okay, so I want to almost say any VR device will work, but that's not necessarily true. You'll have to have at least a Quest 1 and up, I would say, as far as the Oculus line goes. You would need to have a Vive or up on an HTC line. Of course, anything from Valve is going to be just fine because it's top of the line already. I highly doubt anybody here has any Picos, but if you have a Pico 2 or better, you're good. Yeah, I mean, theoretically, any high-end phone with a like VR kit would work as well. Most of our experiences that will be actually that's a lie. I'm sorry. So yeah, okay. There's some stuff that you'll be doing that will absolutely require you to have at least 2 controllers, if that makes sense. Or you would have to be like tech savvy as far as like using a USB controller or a Bluetooth controller of some sort. You'd have to be pretty tech savvy on that front. But a general answer to your question is pretty much any headset that you would be able to buy from a store, you'll be fine with. And again, you could buy like that. I don't think they even make them anymore, but they used to make. They might still make them. Like they phone adapter kits that also do come with 2 controllers. There's a lot of experiences that we'll have like in the um, virtual setting, the NBC lobby itself, that would require, at least for fun. I guess you probably could do it with 1 controller, but it wouldn't be nearly as fun. But yeah, any common headset will work just fine. You won't be doing anything high end directly from our lobby. You might have a portal to an experience that's provided by a brand partner that would make you want a like PC VR for sure. In fact, there's even some avatar stuff if you really want to get real about it. If you if you want to get down to the nitty gritty and you really get into VR and you've been doing it for a while, there's some stuff that you don't necessarily need a PC to truly enjoy the entire experience, but the more layers that you start adding on to your experience and like the more customization that you start to do, a PC, in my opinion, personally, almost becomes necessary. Uh, just as far as if you really want to start to live in the metaverse, if that makes sense. Um, and that's just something that everybody will have to experience for themselves, learn on their own, and decide what they want to do. I I use standalone headsets all the time, especially right now with how busy I am. I have an Oculus Quest 2. I just grab it, I throw it on, and I usually just like play around with general experiences such as Echo VR. Um, I don't travel as much as I used to because I'm so busy doing this project. But before I did this project, I spent a lot of time on the road as a engineer for different automotive manufacturing facilities, and I would like go to hotel rooms and I would just take my Quest with me and I would use that as like my media player. I would just use it to like watch videos and stuff like that. So as a general use and like as a general social use, the Quest 2 is just fine. But if I wasn't necessarily like as busy as I am, if I had a little bit more free time, I personally would definitely be hooked up to my PC, at least through Airlink, running like a little like server mode essentially, and be playing some higher end experiences. Do plan on trying to offer those high end experiences through our lobby, just because once you have done something like that, it's it's kind of mind boggling. It really is. Like some of the games that are available, even this sounds wild, but even playing Minecraft with full ray tracing turned on in VR would blow you away. It would change your life altogether, and like your experience as far as uh, how you ever want to interact with games ever again. That's all I can say. It's worth it if you have the capability to go ahead and if you already have a high end computer, at least get the Quest 2, spend the extra money to get the Oculus Link. The Air Link works really well if you have a nice router, so get yourself a real nice router. Use the Air Link and the Quest 2, and you're great. You're set. You'd have a fantastic experience no matter what you were doing. That being said, I have I have not personally used a Pimax, but I have heard of people that have used a Pimax, and I've heard that yeah, you can definitely ramp things up if you want to. The Pimax is like an 8K display. It's two 4K individual screens, and it does like unique eye tracing and stuff like that. So it gives you the best crystal clear image possible at all times. It's insane. It's insane. Anyway, sorry guys. Does anybody else have another question? Okay, well, something else, in case anybody did not know this. So, I don't know if this is factual, but I do know that currently, uh, currently there exists the ability to, like, they shine a laser into your eye, and whenever it reflects off, like, the natural reflector lens that's in there, I am not at all a doctor. I'm sorry, guys. I do not know the anatomically correct names here. But as soon as it reflects like off that lens, whenever it's casting back on your eyelid, it displays an image for you. Uh, that I don't know when that technology is going to be consumer ready, but something like that is interesting to me because that would change the overall like how we would use like goggles, headsets, or glasses at all. And you wouldn't necessarily need them depending on what type of like accessory you had available. Uh, Possibly just a contact lens, for instance.
So the Futurama iPhone?
Yeah, the Futurama iPhone.
Yeah. Or the Borg. Pick your sci-fi adventure.
I mean, I've seen. I think you even shared with me an Apple patent. Like, I swear I've seen like elsewhere where Apple had already announced that they were releasing their glasses, but then I looked it up like 2 or 3 days ago, and I don't think it's the case. But if anybody else wants to research that for me, they should. But I thought Apple had already announced that they are releasing their own AR glasses, expected to be like on market by the end of this year or like early 2023. I don't know though. Anyways, does anybody have any other questions? All right, well, quick review. Um, Expect to see some more NFT teasers from us over the next couple days as we start to really nail down the fine details as far as how we're going to do everything, what the release will look like, how you will make your claim or how you will receive your NFTs if you are owed NFTs from the pre-sale conditions. I'll put out a list here soon, or yeah, I'll put out a list here soon, as well as I need to provide some forms, some documentation for people to submit in case anybody moved tokens from one wallet to another. If you provide the information for me, I can probably trace those transactions, make that verification, and we can move forward from there. I don't want anybody to miss out on anything that they're owed, especially because I personally told people that they could move tokens from one wallet to another before we even made that consideration. That being said, no big deal at all. We'll do the legwork. We'll make sure everybody's taken care of. I'll put out a form here in the next day or two. It'll be just like a Google sheet that you'll just have to fill out, submit. Um, yeah, expect to get that information out from us over the next couple days. Some better details on that as well. We'll get that poll. We'll get some poll information out as far as staking options.
Sorry,
And
Chris. We
yeah,
had one more question from Raw. He said, "What are we doing to blow up this coin?"
what are we doing to blow up this coin? I think we're honestly doing all the right stuff right now. The community is strong. I feel really good about where our floor has been and how well we've performed in this bearish market. As well, I think that the key thing is for us as a team, as far as the dev team here, continues to just push forward on our actual products. We continue to engage the community and market as best as we can, and we will continue to do so, and we'll expand on our marketing options and our engagement options always. That being said, we're getting a lot of kickback from some of the serious players just because of where we are in our development path, as well as the name that we chose to go with, and so on and so forth. So I think a little bit of it is going to be just a proving period. And as silly as it seems, just having the NFTs out alone will make us seem just so much more legitimate to many of the players that are out there. So we're going to push forward for that. We hope that helps us gain a little bit more traction. It facilitates a little bit more ease in negotiations with continued partners moving forward, as well as really push forward on our actual unique tech that makes this this project a true set apart from everybody else. There's a lot of there's a lot of tomfoolery out there with other projects, throwing around names like Meta and stuff like that. But we are a true Metaverse project. We have developers that have been involved with VR and augmented reality development for many, many years. This is not anything new to us. So that's what we're going to be focusing on. And I think that as soon as we get just our initial offerings out, as far as like the true development purposes of our projects, and by that I mean our VR wallet, I think that alone will draw enough attention that we won't be asking that question anymore. We will have already blown up, and I truly believe that without a doubt. That being said, in the meantime, everybody can do their part though and continue to vote. Get out there to all the voting sites. Make sure we're always voting every single day, and make sure that we're sharing each other's hashes and information on Twitter. And again, I know, guys, I need to do a little bit better job, but there's not a day goes by that I don't put out at least a couple tweets or retweets or replies to as many people as I can. I make sure that I take a little bit of time every day, 2 or 3 times a day, hop on the Twitter and do all that. And for a guy like me, I've never been a social guy. I've never been on social media platforms ever, and so yeah, if I can do it, everybody can do it. That's all I have to say about that. Does anybody else have any other questions? Meta Dustin just hopped up here. I'm super bullish.
Hey, how's it going?
How's it going, man?
So I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Circling back to the NFTs, I've never minted or done anything with an NFT on the Binance network. How do the gas fees and everything work on that? Because I've done it on Ethereum and they're crazy.
It's like free. It's not like free, but it's like almost free on BSC compared to Ethereum. Like you'll pay like a couple cents, like 40 cents, 50 cents. The same type of fees that you pay whenever you swap over BSC to like BUSD. At least
nice.
at least on the initial line. Now on like the second line that we release, we're gonna have like the spaceship line. We do plan on offering those to be purchased in MBC, and if you made that purchase in MBC, it'll end up having a gas fee that's closer to like $2 or $3 because it still does everything else that it would treat that transaction as if it were a buy or a sell. So it's gonna kick back the WBNB. It's gonna buy the BUSD. It's going to send some to the dead wallet. It's gonna do all that stuff. So you pay the gas on all that stuff. But whenever you're buying just like a general Binance Smart Chain NFT and you're using Binance Smart Chain to purchase it, it's kind of just like you're swapping Binance Smart Chain for Binance Smart Chain. So the gas fee is like incredibly low. It'll be like 40 cents, 50 cents, something like that.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem at all. No problem at all. The other thing that I was going to actually, I will wait. Never mind. I had like a little other sneak announcement. I wanted to make sure that this is confirmed. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to throw it out there, and we're just going to call it confirmed from here because we've already circled around the idea like twice. But people had asked about other purposes and use for the initial PFP NFTs. And, we let everybody know that we always have different ways of utilizing NFTs later on in life. We have set purposes built for certain NFT lines that we'll be dropping. And the first initial one, we openly said, hey, this is kind of just like a community engagement and capital raising thing that we're doing here. Well, as well, we thought about it, and we thought it would be really good if we also allowed anybody who owns a PFP from line 1 gets an automatic whitelist spot for each additional NFT drop that we make. So that would be another added benefit that's included with the purchase of that NFT. And we'll put out more information about that as we get closer to the release. But that's something that's commonly done in other projects. I like the idea. Makes sense, honestly. We're always about, if we can, find a way to reward our early community. It's because of all of you guys that we're still here and that we're trucking along as well as we are. And I couldn't be happier. Is there any other questions out there? It's cool to see some new faces. There's a couple people in here that I have never seen before. I appreciate you guys being here. If this is the first AMA that you've attended, we do these every day. They do change at what time of the day that we do them. A lot of that's just because of different development stuff that's going on with the team, as well as general schedule changes. For instance, COVID shut down the schools in my area, so I've had the kids all week. Fun. But tomorrow, I think we will have our AMA a little bit earlier in the day. Not as early as we had been having them, but I'll try to make it like a good, solid, maybe like 7 p.m. EST. That way I think 7 p.m. EST would be a good time. Anyways, if there's no other questions, I'm probably going to hop off of you guys and get back to work.